Okay. So tonight we wanted to talk about, sorry, can you hear all that?
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, so tonight we wanted to talk about inviting coaches. But before I start talking about that, I just found out the specials for this month. I saw Jamie already posted it, so I'll post it after. But 21 Day Fix is on special this month for $140, so that's good. Jamie, would you mind just starting real quick?
No, absolutely. Let me pull this up real quick. Second. Okay.
Okay, so real quick, like our school is doing a fundraiser and they give these stupid things out. Okay, so you have to sell so many things to get this stupid cheap duck, and there is so much drama going on with this duck. Like, I hate school fundraisers. Like, I'm not even joking because of this. Like, they have the kids, like, they're like, it's like crack to them. Drives me nuts. So anyways, they're like literally like both down there like screaming at each other. Okay. So anyways, I'm sorry. Okay, so we're going to talk about inviting coaches. So why is it important to invite coaches? I know this is like the scariest thing for people. It's still scary for me. I mean, I shared like an invite I sent to somebody and it's still like when she responded back, I was like, It's scary, but it's how you grow your business. I mean, if you want to like have a legitimate business and make an income with this, you're not going to do it on commissions alone. Like you have to create a team. And honestly, I think creating a team is what makes this business great. I mean, I absolutely love the people I work with. I mean, it's the reason I wake up every morning. So the importance of that is not just for the financial, but it's for the support as well. I mean, it just, in all aspects of your life, it just changes everything. So you really need to get your recruiting boots on. I mean, like I said, commissions are just such a small portion of this, and you're going to work your butt off to get those commissions, and that's not going to be that much. But when you grow a team, that's where you start getting that residual income. You know, you start getting that team cycle bonus that, you know, in the beginning as a new coach, as a new Emerald coach, it's going to be small, but over time that compounds. You know, I remember, well, I can even see it with my second business center. You know, I'm starting at square one. So I'll see like, woohoo, I cycled like one time, you know, I got $14. But pretty soon, you know, as I'm adding coaches and sponsoring coaches and mentoring them to grow their business, that is increasing. So, you know, my once $14 now is like $150. So it grows. You just have to be willing to create that team because, you know, the more coaches you add, the better job you do of mentoring them and supporting them so that they can be successful, because we can't be successful unless our coaches are successful. That's why this is not a pyramid scheme. If it was a pyramid scheme, Jamie and I would be sitting pretty here not having these meetings because we would just be getting paid money out the wazoo for not doing anything. But we actually, like, we all have to work together to become successful. We've got to help our coaches. You know, we've got to help your coaches. You've got to help your coaches. Otherwise, you're not going to get anywhere. So anyways, so first topic is who makes great coaches? And this is something that you'll kind of get an eye for the longer you do it. But these are just a list of the characteristics I look for in people that I would like to join my team. Now, that's just kind of specific. I think Jamie and I are a lot. We are kind of picky about who we choose that we want to have on our team, who we invite to. I'm not the type of coach who just wants to sign anybody and one. Like, I'm kind of picky. I want to really enjoy the person I work with, and I want to make sure that we're all on the same playing field. You know, we all have similar goals in mind and kind of the same vision, because that just makes it more enjoyable.
Hey,
So,
real quick, I just want to, the people that are on the phone, can you guys mute your line? I think we're getting a little bit of background.
yeah, let me see.
A little bit about, okay,
I'm
are
gonna
you
try
ready?
to mute them, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, perfect.
Okay. All right. So these are the type of people I look for when I am inviting coaches or making that my list of people I want on my dream team. So I look for people who are already into fitness. That's a big thing. You know, if they're already, like, if they're runners, if they teach fitness classes, if they just really like to work out, those people are going on my list. I also look for people who are really good on social media. Now, we all have those friends who you could look at their friends lists, they get like 2,000 friends, and they're just a normal person. Those are the type of people that, you know, I put on my list, because social media is the hardest thing. So if they've already got a good following, they're going to be a good coach to have on your team, because that's like a big hurdle. So you've already dealt with that. Sorry, hold on just a minute. You guys need to. Can I have this, please? I will fix it in a minute. Okay, can I have this? You need to go eat dinner, and I will fix this. Thank you. Okay. Yes, so people who are good on social media. I also look for people who are just really positive people and encouraging people, because, again, like, I don't want to work with somebody who's really negative, or is like a difficult personality that kind of clashes. I kind of stay away from that. But you always see people on Facebook who are just, you know, they're always got great things to say, or they're always encouraging. I put those people on my list. I also look for people who are really motivated and, you know, highly driven. And this is more so for people that I know personally. So if I have, you know, good friends, or, you know, even challengers, as you get to know them, you start to see their personality types. And if they're really, you know, the gung-ho type of person, you know, I'm just going to give this a try, we're going to see what happens, or, you know, they're really determined in your challenge group and are pushing play and they're on it, those are the type of people I want, because then they're going to be naturally motivated to want to coach. And when they, you know, if it is something they want to do, they're going to, you know, just take the reins and run with it. I also look for challengers who are, you know, active in the group, are positive and excited. No, I need you guys to go down there and eat your dinner and not talk to each other and not touch each other. Thank you. Yeah, so those challengers who are really motivated and are in the group and are encouraging and are naturally lifting up other people, or are posting about what they're doing on their personal page without you know, telling them to do that. You know, because I basically approach these people and say, hey, would you be interested in coaching? Because you're pretty much doing it. Because they are, because that's really all this is. And then lastly, I look for people who are just looking for the discount. You know, some people say they don't like to sign discount coaches. I don't care. I mean, military, especially if you're military, that's a real easy angle. I'd say probably good half of my coaches are, you know, military discount, and, you know, some of them just are strictly the discount, and some of them choose to actually build a business with it, you know, once they come in and kind of see the opportunity. So never discount anybody. So those are the type of people that I look for when it comes to coaching. All right, Jamie, is it your turn?
Yeah. So the second thing we want to talk about is how to invite to your team. There are several ways and tools you can use when inviting to have someone join your team. And I honestly like to keep it so simple. First and foremost, just learn how to listen for the needs when it comes to inviting to your team. I think that's super important. We encourage that when you are looking for challengers as well. You got to find that need for them. So your only goal is to plant the seed based on their need by sending a simple message. Some examples of needs are someone who really just needs a group of positive people surrounding them through some obstacles in their life, or they just need that accountability factor. You could send something like this. You could just a simple message like this: "Hey girl, have you ever considered doing what I do? I know you're going through a tough time with XYZ, and the positive focus really helped me through tough times and hold me accountable." And just keep it as simple as that. I don't go into the big spiel about what coaching is all about or anything like that. I just kind of laid that out there and just asked, have you ever considered? I learned that from Danny Johnson, and that always seemed to really work well. Another example of inviting has to be one of the easiest because it's someone who is already in your challenge group. And I typically send something like this: "Hey girl, I have been wanting to reach out to you for a while. Your energy and positive spirit in our challenge group is absolutely contagious. I love having you in there. And I think you really inspire people. Have you ever considered doing what I do?" Those people are really kind of easy to pick out from in your challenge groups if they're already, commenting on other people's posts in the group and just really encouraging people. I mean, it's almost like a no-brainer. They're already doing it. Now, if you're a brand new coach, I know this can be a bit intimidating, inviting to your team. And you might not have anybody in your challenge groups yet. So basically, what we've asked you to do when you went through that new coach training is to set up a list of your dream team. So you could say something like this. You could start reaching out to people this way: "Hey girl, I was so nervous to message you because I am so new to this whole coaching thing. But when I was writing down my dream team, I put your name down because I know we could do something cool together. There's just something so different, awesome about this team. I didn't want to not share this with you. Would you be up for doing this 5-day sneak peek to see what it's all about?" And it's just as simple as that. And they may say yes or no to that. But I think, plugging them into that 5-day sneak peek and encouraging them to do it with you is kind of cool, because then they can see what it's all about and hear from other coaches what it's about as well. Again, I like to just keep it simple and really try to find their need, whether that be a sense of community, someone who is struggling to cover their monthly Shakeology or could benefit from the extra income, someone who is already passionate about health and fitness or hasn't done a challenge group, but you just know that they would be an incredible coach. And I have 3 great videos to share with you all on these topics that I'll share. And Kelly and I have a group going, so I'll share them in there so she can share them on her team page, and I'll share them on mine as well. But it's just going to kind of help walk you through any kind of invite that you might need right now, and just help you through the wording with that, just different scenarios and things. So, but again, I just like to keep it simple and just try to find that need without going into too much detail. I also want to share some other tools you can use, and I know Kelly's going to go into a little bit more depth about these, but one of them is the coaching opportunity webinars. You can send someone a link to one of your coaching opportunity webinars. We have, I'm sure Kelly has some saved. I have some saved, probably in our Dropbox. There's some on the Everything with Heart website, which is Summer's site, but you can always check with your upline, and they may have a live one scheduled. I know Summer was doing live ones for a little while. Kelly and I haven't done any live ones yet, but that's kind of a kind of on our list of things to do in the near future. So hopefully we'll have that going for you soon. Another option is the coaching at a glance. Of course, Kelly and I run a 5-day sneak peek group every third Monday of the month that you can plug your potentials into, and you can send them or you can send them a link to Everything with Heartsight. I know Summer has a link set up with like 7 days worth of videos that they can go through on their own time. But we do try to leave that sneak peek open based on, I think it was Megan's call, the National Wake Up Call, that she had kind of went through the sneak peek and said, when she opens it, and then she leaves it open for the whole month, for the rest of the month. So anybody that she may have like potential wise, she can just plug them into, and they can go through those videos at their own pace. But that's another option. And the third way is to do like a 3-way call with your upline. If you're a brand new coach or just not ready to do that, it's a good idea to ask your upline, hey, would you mind jumping on the phone with my potential coach and help me walking through, explaining what the coaching opportunity is about. I've done that before. I think when I was a newer coach, I'm sure I got on the phone with Summer and one of my potentials, and it really, really helped me get over that fear too, because I was always scared to even talk to people on the phone, and now it's kind of comes natural now, just talking to people on the phone. So and all those tools are there for you to share. They're very awesome tools that you can use, but the opportunity, be willing to step out. You have to be willing to step out of your comfort zone. I kind of lost my brain for a minute. Operating your comfort zone, invite a couple people to it if you haven't already. And inviting to your team, just like Kelly said, really needs to happen multiple times a month if you're going to really tap into the potential of this business, because that's where all your cycle bonuses come from, and everything is just by growing your team. And that's where the financial aspect of it's going to come into play. So I know, Kelly, you're going to jump in and kind of go over a little bit more about those tools and things that we have to offer. So I'll let you take that over.
Yeah, and I didn't think about this until right now, but another great tool to share with people, if, especially if you have like friends, like close friends who are physically there with you or close to you that are interested in it, take them to a Super Saturday. Those things, what a great way to really showcase what it means to be a coach. With that, I mean, it's fun. People are enthusiastic. It's exciting. They really get a good glimpse of what it's about, the community and everything. So don't be afraid. If you have a friend, take them with you. Plus, it's just more fun to go with people. So you get a great workout, if anything, and they're free. So if you guys, and Super Saturdays, if you guys have not gone, you need to go, because they are basically little local summits that they have quarterly. And they always have amazing training. You get to get together with a bunch of other coaches. You get to hear success stories. I think my favorite part about going to them personally is just hearing people's weight loss success stories. I mean, there's always somebody there who's lost like over 100 pounds and like their entire life has changed, and they've gotten off of medication or like have overcome huge health issues. Like stuff like that really drives home why we do what we do, because it's more than this is more than a paycheck. It has to be. I mean, the amount of time and effort and we put into this, and to really help people change their lives. I mean, that right there, hearing those stories just really makes me feel like I know I'm in the right place and I'm doing the right thing, and that the goal of this company is a good, solid goal. I mean, we're really out there to change people's lives. So, so Super Saturdays are a great thing. But anyways, sidetracked. Okay, so like Jamie said, two of the main tools that we use to inform people about, let's say you send out that invite and they say, yes, tell me more. Coaching at a Glance and sending a webinar. Now, how I use these tools kind of depends on timing. So for Coaching at a Glance, for example, I plug people into that a week before. So if I have coaches that I'm inviting a week before Coaching at a Glance, or this is the time like I run an ad or make a Facebook post about coaching and see if people are interested in joining my team. So I'll start putting people into Coaching at a Glance like a week before. Anybody who I'm inviting before that week mark, I'm going to send them a webinar, because I don't want to invite somebody at the first of the month and have them wait like 3 weeks before we run a Coaching at a Glance, because that's way too long. And by the time, I don't know, like for me, I have a short attention span. So, someone may invite me to something, I'd be like, oh yeah, it sounds great. And then like after a few days, I'm like, I don't really feel like doing that. So it's important if, you have somebody who's interested and they want to learn more, to really get the information in front of them so that they can, stay excited about it, want to learn more about it, want to come at you with questions. That's what we really want. We don't necessarily want somebody to say, well, we do. I mean, we want people to say like, yes, I want to do it. But we want people to ask questions and be interested so that we can really share the opportunity clearly with them so they have a really good understanding of what it's about. So, like I said, first 2 weeks of the month, if I'm sending out invites. And this is mainly, the majority of these invites that I'm sending for coaches are actually my challengers, because what I like to do is about this time, the first, second week of the month, I'm going to start sending out reminders to my challengers who have bought challenge packs that their Shakeology is about to ship. So this is where I'm going to indirectly share the coaching opportunity with them, because I'm going to make a post in my challenge group that as a reminder to let them know that their Shakeology is on HD, to message me or to comment if they want to change, want to know how to change the flavor or get it at a discount. And that's all I say. And then, because some people miss that post, I will send each of my challengers a personal message, just a real quick, hey, I just wanted to remind you your Shakeology is going to ship in a couple weeks. Let me know if you want to change the flavor, if you want to cancel it, or, if you want to get it at a discount at 25% off. Just let me know what you want and I'll walk you through it. If they're military, I kind of make an extra step, because it's a really no-brainer for military. I let them know, hey, do you want to change the flavor? Do you want to cancel it? Since you're military, I strongly encourage you to go the coach discount route, because it saves you 25%. It's free and there's no obligation. Usually I have a really high success rate with signing discount coaches with this approach, especially military, because if they like the Shakeology and want to stay on it, it makes perfect sense for them to go the coach discount, because they don't have to do anything. There's no sale minimums, no obligations, nothing. It's free, and they can save on it. So they'll get that 25% off on it. That they're gonna, since they're gonna stay on it anyways, so might as well save $30 a month. And it's easy to cancel. So I just make it seem like it's easy. Well, it is easy, but just share how easy it is and that they don't have to do anything. That's a great thing about this company. They are really good for their military. So I make sure I let all my military challengers know that for sure. So that's what I do at the beginning of the month. If I have challengers who are really standing out to me that I think would be a great coach, I'm going to make sure I approach them. And, if it's a couple weeks before Coaching at a Glance, I'm going to share that webinar with them because I want them to get a feel for what it is. Now, I am going to share a document in our team page, and Jamie has it as well, that has the webinar. Now, I have 2 webinars. I have one, which is probably the webinar most of you guys have seen. It's one of Summer's. She has like 1 billion in Team Courage. You can literally just type in the little search box, like new coach webinar, coaching webinar, or whatever. And she's got like 8 different ones. So pick one. If you like her hair better in one, go with that one. But they're all the same. I mean, they have the same content. So, I'll share one of those. If it's a male coach, I have a different webinar I'm going to send them because most guys aren't touchy-feely. They're not going to want to sit down and watch a 50-minute webinar with some chick crying and like saying how life-changing it is. Like, guys aren't like that. That's going to turn them off. So I have a quick 5-minute webinar that is literally like for all my emeralds, emerald personalities. You're going to love it because it's like main points, like this is the facts, this is like the business presentation. So I send that to my male prospects because that's going to hit home with them a lot more than a 45-minute, chat fest with girls. So I have those 2 options. And that could also work for if you have somebody who's very much like a type A emerald personality, who's not really into feelings. If you have a girlfriend who's like that, share that other one then. So really just kind of choose on personality type. So, okay, so when it comes to, so that's when I share the webinar. So I'll first start the conversation with them, have you ever considered? And then, if they say like, yes, I'd like to hear more, then I'm going to try to get that webinar in front of them. Hey, would you be interested? Why don't you watch this webinar? It'll help answer a lot of your questions. And, I'll check back with you in a day or 2. And, you can lay all your questions on me. I'd be happy to answer them. So the other option is Coaching at a Glance. I think this is a great one for new coaches because it really takes the pressure off of you guys because you don't have to like say like, watch this webinar and then like check in with them. And, that can be scary. It requires a lot of following up. But the Coaching at a Glance is it's an easy invite. You can make a post about it. I always encourage you guys to make a post about it, but also send out personal invites because that goes a lot farther. You're going to have a lot more success with that. And just real simple, hey, I think you would be a great coach for this, this, and this reason. Would you be interested in Coaching at a Glance? Boom. They say yes. Great. You add them to the group. That's all you got to do. And let the group work for you. So Coaching at a Glance, Jamie and I kind of revamped it this month, and it goes off of Megan Ewaldson. She's number 3 in the company. She's been using it. It's just a lot more straightforward and approaches your potential coaches like they are coaches already on our team. And I think it went really well last month. I really like it. I like how it's just kind of like, here it is. There's not a lot of filler. And I felt like we had a lot more success with it. But yeah, that group will help answer your potential coach's questions. And so all you have to do is just check in with them periodically throughout the week. Maybe you'll have them so excited they'll be coming at you asking questions. And that's what we want. If not, at the end of the week, I always check in with them and say, hey, what did you think of the group? Do you have any questions for me? I always try to make it a little funny so that it's not awkward. That's just how I handle being uncomfortable in a situation, but just make it, just find out like what were their favorite takeaways. I always try to look for the positive, ask them the positive things. Everybody's going to have reservations, and that's fine. But that's all there is to it with Coaching at a Glance. That's why it's such a great thing, because it really just, takes out the middleman. And all you have to do is just do that. Hey, what did you think? Yes or no? And usually they're going to know at the end, either yes, they want to do it, or no, it's, just not for them, or it's not the right time, or whatever. And that's fine. So I think that's all I have for that. Sorry, I'm just like so scatterbrained. Okay, Jamie, did you have something?
Yeah, no, I think that was great.
The last thing I was going to do too was how to kind of share it on Facebook, because I think this is something really important. And there's a couple things I do when it comes to sharing coaching. One, I always make a post to inviting Coaching at a Glance. It's an easy one, and I always share my story. Whatever I love about coaching, that's what I'm going to share with people. And I'm going to make it a longer post, and I'm going to, share a picture of me and how coaching has impacted my life. Now, I'm in the point in my business where I make my posts more ad-like, but I also have really good success with just making just a real genuine post about it, and just sharing how much I love it, how much, my team means to me, how much I love what I do, the lives I've been able to impact. That goes a long way. But in order to get people from point A to point B, is you got to make sure that you're sharing your coaching journey consistently on Facebook. You can't make one post once a month every time you have Coaching at a Glance, because that's very salesy, and people are going to ignore it, and they're not going to take you seriously. You also can't post anything about you also can't not post anything about coaching and send out invites and expect people to want to jump on board with you, because they're not going to take you seriously. They're going to think that what you're doing is a joke, because they don't know that you're doing it. So it's like, I always tell my coaches, it's like you're getting sucker punched. Like, you don't see it coming. You're like, what? So make sure that you're sharing your coaching journey consistently on Facebook, so that people are always seeing it. So when they see that post you make about Coaching at a Glance, or they get that invite, they've already been thinking about it. And they're seeing how this business has changed your life. They're seeing how this business has helped other people. It's seeing the impact it's having on your fitness, on your health, on your family, all that. They're seeing all that, and they're starting to put those pieces of the puzzle together. So when you do send that invite, or you do make that post, they're going to be more interested, or they're at least going to be intrigued. And that's what we want. We just want to get it in front of them. Because if it's a no now, I guarantee you later down the road, it may be years, but that person's probably going to turn around and be a yes. So you just have to be consistent with it. And you can't be afraid to share it. People aren't going to hate you. They're not going to send you hate mail. They're not going to send you nasty messages because you're sharing your coaching journey on Facebook. They're not. But just do it in a way that's very genuine and very you. I mean, I try to share something about coaching at least 2 to 3 times a week. And it's, I'm going to make a post right after I do this. Hey, I just got off, a team call. It's great to talk to people face to face and really plug in with my team and learn and grow. Boom, post, done. Because people want that. They want my niche. They want to have that sense of community. They want to be able to do something where I can do it at home, even if my kids are like trying to kill each other and, it's a mess. But, I wouldn't change this for the world. I'd rather have this mess at home than having to go work, an 8, 10, 12-hour job. So don't be afraid to share. Don't be afraid to share it, because people are going to be receptive to it. And as long as you're genuine and honest and positive and uplifting, people are they're going to be attracted to you, and they're going to want to join you. It just may take some time. All right, done. Jamie.
Yeah, I kind of want to go back to just kind of the people have gone through, either done a webinar with you or like the coaching at a glance, or somebody that you've just kind of just sent out a message to, and have you ever considered? So basically just kind of closing them. And honestly, I don't think that there's any secret on how to get someone to sign on as a coach once they've been through like a coaching opportunity webinar or coaching at a glance. They both kind of do the work for you. I do think the fortune is in the follow-up. We say that all the time. We say it with our other invites that we do for our challenge groups. It goes the same way. You've got to follow up with those people as well, but you don't have to be, pushy about it or anything like that. I feel like the clincher is just as simple as asking them, and Kelly's already mentioned this, what questions and/or fears they have. And just see if they're available to jump on the phone. I think that's a big one too, just to get them on the phone and hear your voice. Because sometimes when they've been through the coaching at a glance, it might be a little bit easier for them to say, not give you all their questions or anything like that. But I think, easing that fear for them, getting them on the phone, I think is great. The sooner you do that, the better. So if they've been through coaching at a glance or coaching opportunity webinar, I would say, within a couple of days, try to get them on the phone and just share your story, what coaching has done for you. Think of it, give you hope. Do you love the community factor? Do you like the financial possibilities with it? Did you need the extra accountability when you signed on? And what has it done for you so far? Just be you and share your story and what it's done for you. And then just let them know that you have, coach training too, beginning on such and such date. I know that I haven't been as consistent about that with like the coach training groups. We did get that revolving training set up in our team page that they can go through right now. I think I changed it from a 7-day new coach training to an 8-day. I put one more thing in there, but they can go ahead and get started on that. So just let them know that we do have good training. That's something that I would like to start doing a little bit more of as new coach training. So as soon as you get done with the coaching at a glance, say we're getting ready to start our new coach training on such and such date, to create that sense of urgency too, to get them signed on so that they've already got that momentum going and that excitement going. So let's plug them into something and keep that going. Do you have anything else to add to that, Kelly?
Yeah, I was going to say too, that kind of ties in with like discount coaches. Like I was talking about when I invite, my challengers who have that Shakeology, that creates that rush as well, because they have to do it before their next one ships if they want to get that discount. So I make sure I let them know that as well. And that kind of, allows people they have to make that decision, a yes or a no. So that helps as well. But yeah, like Jamie said, I always let people who are kind of on the fence know, like, hey, we have new coach training. If you're interested, I would do it now so that we can get you set up. And sometimes the timing is just not right. And what you don't want to do is force somebody, like, you got to do it, you got to do it, you got to do it. Because if they finally are like, fine, I'll do it, that's going to be their attitude the whole time. And you're going to be like trying to push that person up the mountain. They're like, I don't want to go. And it's going to be frustrating on everybody's part. So you want to make sure when people are on board, like they're on board 100% and want to do it, because then they're going to be fun to work with. You guys can really, create this partnership and work together. But if they have that reluctancy, it's just not going to go well. Yeah. And you're going to get frustrated. I guarantee it.
Yeah. You want somebody that's going to meet you halfway and not somebody you're going to have to just drag through that. So for sure. Let's see if do we have any other questions? Do you guys have any questions for us?
And Jamie and I have a whole document that has all the it is called the step-by-step coach invite because it is literally a step-by-step coach invite for you guys. So it has everything laid out. I have all the webinars on there, both for the females and the males. And I have kind of just exactly what we talked about tonight, wording and everything for you guys. So download it, save it to your computer. For me, it's always up on my computer because I'm always copying and pasting from it. So make it one of those go-to documents you guys always have up.
Yeah, and I have a few videos too, just on the needs too, as far as, community, financial, or, whatever that need might be, to help walk you through that as well. So, and always ask in our team pages too. Don't ever, think that you're going at it alone. If you're like, I have this coach and I don't know how to reach out to them, share that in your team page and ask. Because like I said, I keep it so simple. It's I don't want to say it. I guess it's kind of funny. I don't use anything special. It's just, have you ever considered?
I know. I posted one that I sent to somebody, and I had one of my, she's a good friend of mine and my coach, and she's like, that's really all you say? But it kind of sounded like she was like, good God, and like, you're successful with this. And I was like, I know it sounds like a 5-year-old sent it, but like, I really meant it. Like, from my heart, it's like laying my heart on the table. And she's like, no, it's good. I was like, oh God, okay. Because it's like, I just literally just speak from the heart. If you speak with the heart, you're never going to be received negatively, ever.
Yeah, absolutely.
They may give you a no, but I don't know. They'll come back. They always do.
And yay, we didn't get cut off this time, thanks to Kelly.
For forking out $8. All right.
You guys don't have any. If you guys don't have any other questions for us, we'll make sure to get you those documents and videos, and so that way you guys can save them and all that good stuff. So, and we won't have a team call next month. Kelly's going to be gone for a little bit, going to Japan. Yay. And I'll be having a baby sometime. I hope soon.
Our next call will have a baby on it.
I know. In my head, so, if I have the baby right here. We'll see how that works out. But.
Oh, it'll be great. I can't wait. All right, guys, thank you so much for taking time out of your night. I appreciate it, and thank you for putting up with my crazy house today.
That's what it's all about, though. That's what we do.
All right, have a good night.